Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, today the topic under consideration is finding out the deformations by unit load method. This is also known as the energy method, or this is also known as virtual work method. The people working on the metallurgy and people who are specialists in the mathematics, they really help us, they work for us and provide us the basic knowledge so that we take on their knowledge further to our solutions. Now the mathematicians have solved our problem of finding out deformations, that is rotation and deflection, by devising us a calculus method in which they evolve the energy stored in the structure, and by the SOP given by them, by the procedure given by them, we find the deflection and rotation which is our requirement in civil engineering. The structure which I have chosen for you is a cantilever beam, and I have chosen it purposely this beam because it has two more varieties or two more contingencies which addresses your lot of doubts. For example, some of the students has asked me that we should do the examples with non-prismatic sections of a structural element, and also we should address the discontinuities in terms of loads and the section configuration. So I have chosen this cantilever which has 8 meter of span. The initial 5 meters which are near to the support are deeper and have a 3 times greater moment of inertia as compared to the 3 meters at the free end, towards the free end side. I have subjected them with the load that the first portion, which is say AB portion, it is subjected to 1 kilonewton per meter, and the free end is subjected to 8 kilonewton of load. Well, I have found out the reactions over here, and now we see what is the requirement. The requirement given over here is that we want to find out rotation at C and deflection at C, that is at the free end. Normally, the free end in case of cantilever beams is prone to more deformations, so being the critical point, mostly the requirement is to find out the deflection and rotation at the free end. So say if this is we draw its idealized reference line, and if this is idealized reference line of our structural element, then under the action of these external loads, it is likely to deflect like this, right? So this is deflection at C, that is vertical displacement of free end, deflection at C. And if we see rotation over here, we draw a tangent to the elastic curve over here, and we see the reference line which is parallel to the main axis of the beam, then this is deflection at C, rotation at C. Now the procedure given to us by the mathematicians is that we write the equations for the main structure under the action of external loads, that is surface loads. Then, depending upon the requirement, if it is a deflection, at the point where we need to find out the deflection, we apply a unit load and again write the equations of bending moment for different segments of the structural element. And also, if we are required to find out the rotation at any point, then at the point where we need to find out the rotation, at that point we apply a unit moment, and under that action of that unit moment we again write the equations of flexure, equations of bending moment, so that for whole of the structural element. Then by finding the product of small m and capital M. Capital M is the bending moment equations under the service load, and small m is the bending moment equations under the unit load or unit point load or unit moment. Taking the product of these two loads and integrating them within the limits in which the equation of equilibrium does not change, and summing up all these integrated values, we get the required result, that is required deformation, may it be rotation, may it be unit, may it be deflection. Now let's do it. Say if this is a structure and we originate or ordinate from this place and we see that between C and B the section of the structure doesn't change, and also in this load in this portion there is only one load which is causing bending moment over here. So for portion C and D, and in order to follow that procedure flawlessly, we are given a SOP, and that SOP is nothing else but drawing a table and writing the equation for whole of the structure. So let's draw the table and then write the equations of bending moment. Say we give first column to the different segments. Say the first segment is CD. This is segment. The first segment being the CD, and in first attempt we try to find out deflection at C. So at the moment we are trying to find out deflection at C. The second is that from where we originate or ordinate while writing the equation of bending moment. And the third is that third column is denoted to the relative values of I, as it is different I over here. In first, starting from the right, in the first 3 meters it is I, and in the next 5 meters it is 2 times more than that, that is 3I. So over here we write then equation due to service loads, and after that we write equation due to a unit load applied. Now over here for deflection at C, we apply a unit load over here, that is 1 kilonewton, and we write the equations of bending moment for this one as well. So it will be 8 kilonewton meter reaction and 1 kilonewton of vertical reaction. So Now, while starting from the for portion CB, starting from C, origin is at C, and we originate our ordinate from C. That is, x is starting from here and proceeding towards left side, heading towards left side. Over here, while writing its equation, it will be very simple. It is 8 multiplied by x. That at any place within this section, it is 8 multiplied by this length is the value of the flagell, value of the bending moment. And for smaller this unit load, it will be 1 into x. Right? If say this is x, then it is 1 into x, meaning by it is x. Now this is for portion CB. We go for the second row and try to address the second portion and say, now it is up to us. We want to proceed from this side or we want to proceed from this side. If we proceed from this side, then we have to cater for, we have to consider this 76.5 kilonewton meter, which is the moment over here, and also this one. And if we come from this side, then we will have to decide whether we originate or ordinate from this place or from this place. Over here I have marked that originating or ordinate from this place, coming from the right side. So it will be portion BA. The origin is at C and the relative value of I is 3I. And now if we want to take moment, say, if now our section is over here and this is distance x. Now 8 into x and this value. Now how much is this distance? This is x minus 3. So it is minus x minus 3. This is the distance on which the load acting is 1 kilonewton. 1 kilonewton, and it is acting at say half of the distance. Right? So half of the distance shall be, then it is x minus this distance divided by 2. So it is x minus 3 divided by 2. Let me check it again. That it is over here. It is acting somewhere over here, this UDL. Right? Now this distance, how much shall be this distance? It will be x minus this 3 and minus again this distance. This distance is x minus 3 divided by 2. So it is x, the distance at which this is acting is x minus 3 divided by 2 and plus this 3 plus 3. Now while simplifying this equation, whatsoever we get, then for the other portion, that is 1 kilonewton over acting over here, and that will be, rather to make it simple, this is there is some confusion while coming from this side. so to make it more simple, let's originate our x from this side, because it is a little confusing, I suppose. Let's say that x is originated from this side, and also the hogging and sagging moments, we will have to consider those signs. For hogging, we have to give a negative sign over here, and if we originate our ordinate from this sport A, then the transverse forces are three. One is this moment, that is minus 76.5, which will remain same in whole of the section. Then it is minus, no, it is plus, it is sagging, that is 13 into x, and then it is 1 kilonewton acting at the x, and again at the half of this it will be x squared by 2. And while considering this one, this unit load, and proceeding from this side, we will have the equation of bending moment over here is 8 minus, so now it is minus 8 and plus x. Now these are the equations of bending moment for both the segments of the structure. Now how do we use it? The formula given by the mathematicians is that deflection at C is equal to, first of all, the first portion, that is minus 8x into minus x dx 0 to 3 meters plus again the product of both the bending moments, that is for the service load and for the unit load, in the portion AB, and keeping the limit from 0 to 5 divided by 3 EI, and this is minus 76.5 plus 13x minus x square by 2 or 0.5 x square. This whole equation of capital M multiplied by small m, that is minus 8 plus x into dx. And when we integrate them and then put the value of those limits, and whatsoever is the answer shall be the deflection at C. Now, having found out the deflection at C, for rotation at C, we have to just change the second case, that is application of unit moment. Now, if we apply a unit moment over here, in order to find out 1 kilonewton meter, in order to find out rotation at C, then over here the reactions would be just one reaction, and that would be 1 kilonewton meter. And the small m equation for both those portions will be nothing else but minus 1 and minus 1. And for this one, we will again refer to that equation, that is equal to 0 to L capital M into small m divided by EI multiplied by dx. While writing this equation and applying the limits, we get that rotation at C is equal to 0 to 3. This minus 1 multiplied by minus 8 will be simple 8x into dx, and plus 0 to 5 for the portion AB, and we have the signs of all these values will change while multiplying with minus 1, that is 76.5 minus 13x minus plus x square by 2 into dx. Let's integrate it, and while integrating it, and also divide by 3ei, and this is divided by ei. Now over here it will be, say, 8x square divided by 2, limit 0 to 3 divided by ei, and plus this will be 76.5x minus 13x square divided by 2, and plus x cube divided by 6, 3 into 2, 6, 0 to 5, and of course outside it will be 1 over 3 ei. And when we replace the values of x with 5, whatsoever answer we get shall be depicting the rotation at C. Please do integrate and put the values and find out the answer. That is the procedure to find out the deflection and rotation by unit load method, by virtual work method. Thank you.